On a frozen prairie in Floral, Saskatchewan, where winter arrived early and stayed long, a boy learned toughness before he learned comfort. Gordie Howe was born on March 31st, 1928, one of 9 children in a family that had little money but endless responsibility. Life on the Canadian plains was not gentle. Cold winds cut through walls. Work began early. Complaints were useless. Gordie's father, Al, was a laborer, strong, quiet, and demanding. From him, Gordie learned discipline. From his mother, Catherine, he learned resilience. If something broke, you fixed it. If you fell, you got up. And if you wanted something badly enough, you earned it. Hockey was not a dream at first. It was an escape. On frozen ponds, with skates that pinched and sticks held together by tape, Gordie discovered something inside himself. Not flash, not speed, but power. Even as a boy, he was stronger than others his age. He didn't dodge contact. He embraced it. By his teenage years, he was already feared. Coaches noticed not just his strength, but his calm. Gordie never bragged, never argued. He simply played, hard, honest, relentless. At 18, the Detroit Red Wings signed him. The NHL was a brutal world then. No helmets, no mercy. Veterans tested rookies violently. Many young players quit within months. Gordie didn't. He took the hits, absorbed the punches, learned quickly that skill alone was not enough. Survival required respect, and respect was earned with fists as much as goals. Soon, the league learned his name. Gordie Howe could score. Gordie Howe could pass. And if necessary, Gordie Howe could fight. That rare combination forged a new type of hockey player. Not just a scorer, not just an enforcer, a complete force. By the early 1950s, Howe dominated the NHL. He won scoring titles, led Detroit to Stanley Cups, filled arenas across North America. Opponents dreaded his elbows, legal, subtle, devastating. They called them Mr. Elbows, but fans called him something else. Mr. Hockey. Unlike stars who chased attention, Howe avoided it. He spoke little, smiled softly. When interviews ended, he returned home to his wife, Colleen, and their children. Hockey was not his identity. It was his duty. Season after season, Howe delivered excellence. He won the Hart Trophy 6 times. He scored over 40 goals in multiple seasons when goaltenders were massive and rules favored defense. Records fell, yet he never celebrated loudly. To Gordie Howe, winning wasn't glory, it was expectation. As the years passed, most players slowed. Injuries accumulated. Reflexes faded. Gordie kept going. In his late 30s, when others retired, he still led the league in scoring. In his 40s, he remained productive. Fans marveled not just at his talent, but his durability. Pain followed him everywhere. Broken ribs, torn muscles, missing teeth, scarred hands. He never complained. Then in 1971, at age 43, Gordie Howe retired. The hockey world applauded a perfect ending, but destiny had other ideas. A new league emerged, the World Hockey Association, and something unexpected happened. Gordie's sons, Mark and Marty, were playing professionally. They wanted to play with their father. At an age when most men watched from the stands, Gordie laced up again. At 45 years old, critics laughed. They said he would embarrass himself, that the game had passed him by. They were wrong. Howe didn't just play, he competed. He scored goals, delivered hits, led teams. He became the first player to skate professionally alongside his sons. It was unprecedented. A father battling 20-year-olds and surviving. When the WHA merged with the NHL in 1979, Howe returned once more, this time at 51 years old. 51. No player in major professional sports had ever done anything like it. That season, he recorded points. Not symbolic appearances, real contributions. When he finally retired in 1980, Gordie Howe had played professional hockey in 5 different decades. His records were staggering. Over 1,800 NHL games, 801 NHL goals, 23 All-Star selections, 4 Stanley Cups, a career spanning 32 seasons. But numbers never explained Gordie Howe. What defined him was endurance. He represented a disappearing idea that greatness wasn't about dominance for a moment, but consistency across a lifetime. He bridged eras. He played before face masks and after expansion, before television contracts and after global fame. Through it all, he remained unchanged. Humble, tough, reliable. Young players sought his advice. He gave little, But when he spoke, it mattered. Work hard, he said. Respect the game. In later years, as his health declined, fans still greeted him like family. When Gordie Howe walked into an arena, generations stood, not because he demanded it, because he earned it. When he passed away in 2016 at age 88, the hockey world mourned deeply. Tributes poured in from every era. Players who had faced him, learned from him, or grown up dreaming because of him. They didn't just lose a legend. They lost a standard. Today, the phrase Gordie Howe hat trick, a goal, an assist, and a fight in one game, remains part of hockey language, a symbol of complete toughness, a reminder that excellence requires more than talent. It requires heart. Gordie Howe never chased immortality. He simply showed up, every season, every shift, every decade, and by doing so, he became eternal.